I am your tarot dad. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh, let's get into it. Yeah. Into it. I am shuffling. Let's get into it. Into it. All right. What's going to be today, partners? Keep spreading out. Ooh, let us go to somewhere in here. Oh, yeah, baby. Cups. Give me more cups. Let's go. How'd you get flipped? King of Cups. What? This is fun. Okay, so we've talked about this before on both fronts. We talked about Kangs. We've talked about cups. Cups are emotions. Cups are dreams. Cups are hopes, right? This is what we talked a little bit about yesterday when we were talking about the Seven of Cups. This card I've never pulled before, so this is a fun one to be pulling for today, and I'm excited to explore it together. What I'm seeing in the art, I'm seeing a king sat upon a throne that is up on top of water. This is stability in what is constantly flowing. I love this imagery of the throne sat upon a flowing river we've got fish jumping. This is maybe like a boat off in the distance. We've got the kind of flow of waves, but amongst that, sat in the middle of all of it comfortably and steadily, is our King of Cups. This is something that I want us to be thinking about as we're going through today. What would this mean for you to feel like this person? What would this mean for you to feel like sat upon a throne steadily atop a raging ocean, right? All within us, I feel like this ocean beneath the throne is all of us, right? This is what is going on in all of us. We all have that water flowing quickly, sometimes slowly, other times. Sometimes it is swelling. Sometimes it is calm. Sometimes it's windy and it feels unsteady. Sometimes it is pouring down rain and adding into it what is already slightly moving. I almost said chaotic, but I don't feel like chaotic is maybe the word, but ever moving, right? Unsteady, flexible, which is the other side of unsteady, right? Like, I think that's an interesting piece here, is that water flows. We often hear like, be like water, right? That like Bruce Lee saying, which is a really wise thing to say. But the other side of that is it's one of nature's most powerful forces. And here we are in our throne sat atop it. I want you to think about, what would it take today for you to feel like this person? Would it take that time that we've already talked about of sitting at the base of the tree and taking the time for yourself to actually think about oneself, to actually think about your emotions? Why are you feeling these emotions? Where is the water coming from? What is its current state? Why is it that way? And do you have steadiness within it? Is maybe more important than control over it. And probably the reality of what control over it looks like is just control of one's self within it. I don't think the ocean is ever anything that you are going to contain, that the rushing waters is ever something that you are going to be able to wield or make it work for you in the way that it is not doing what it's going to do anyway. So the important thing here is controlling what we can control, which is the single solitary figure here sat upon the throne of one's emotions. That's really the key of what I am going to take in today, and what I'd like for y'all to think about taking into today, right? Like, I don't need to muse a ton about this. This is a powerful card, but what is powerful about it is it is a very singular image here that we are looking at. What feels important to me today, at least, is to think about, what is it going to take for us to feel like this person, right? What is it going to take for us to feel like the royalty of what is going on inside of us, right? The stuff that's probably going to be happening whether we like it or not. What is it going to take for us to maintain steadiness within that? Now, we've talked about the king piece before, the sovereignty. This is always something that I'm going to think whenever I see any kind of royal court member here. These are people who look over a domain. These are folks who are having to look out for more than just themselves. This steadiness is required to be able to help reach out to folks and provide steadiness for others. It is similar to how we have to view the ocean, right? Can we control it? Can we push and pull it and move it how we want to? Can we manipulate it, right? No, we could try, but the important part is, how do we maintain steadiness to provide the rock-like throne structure for not just ourselves, but for others too, right? What would providing this compassion, this outreach, emotional outreach and steadiness to other folks, what would it look like to not just provide that steadiness to oneself, but to others around them? Whenever I see royalty, but especially a king here, that is where my mind goes immediately. This is not just about you. This is about your kingdom. This is about everybody else as well, right? I talked a little bit about this with the King of Swords, the card that I see as my father. Like, what is important about that is care and kindness and compassion for others, no matter whether they fall into your mental box of yourself or your like cohort, your group or not, right? The kingdom is everyone within it, whether they look like you or talk like you or act like you or whatever. This emotional stability, this steadfastness within the face of a raging ocean, that is something that I challenge you to provide to everybody as best you can. But definitely put on your own oxygen mask first. That's always step one. Find that stability for oneself, and then that stability can be something that you then help usher in for other folks as best you can. I'll look forward to seeing us again here tomorrow. Y'all take care of yourselves and take care of each other and be that steadfast rock in the ocean as best you can. Tarot Dad is out.